So I gave my sermon an urban kick. My rhymes are fly, my beats are sick. My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is my nigga.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. David Terrell Green here, aka Day Marino. If you're returning back to my channel, how's it going? What's good? How your mama doing? How your mama doing? And if you're new to this channel, how your mama doing? If you never be too sure about your mama, man, call her up after this video's over. Go down to that subscribe button too, and that like button. Hit that if you enjoy what you see. So today, I'm going to tell you guys a little story about a very eventful night that I had in Las Vegas. Now, I lived in Las Vegas for about almost 2 years, about a year and some change. I moved there in 2017. I moved back to Omaha, Nebraska around October of 2018. Now, one of the things that I like to do, I'm a deep thinker. And anytime that something is going on in my life, I like to get away and I just like to process things on my own. And that's exactly what I went out to do. I went to go process things, went to go for a walk. I decided I wanted to walk down to the Vegas Strip. And Vegas Strip, for those of you who have not been to Las Vegas, it is very beautiful. I lived in New York and in Las Vegas, and one of the things I liked to do when I was in New York was go to Times Square because I like to look at the lights. So I lived about a 10-15 minute walk away from the Strip, so I decided, all right, well, you know, this is gonna be my night. So I put on my headphones and I, make my way towards the Strip. Now, side note, I don't know what it is about wearing headphones that just gives people the urge to want to talk to you more. Like, when you don't have your headphones on, people usually just walk past you, they don't acknowledge you, they don't say anything to you. But the moment you put on those little white duds and put them in your head, everybody and their mama feels like, oh, we need to talk to this guy. Let's see how this dude is doing. Goodness, people, like, can't you see I'm trying to listen to some DMX? As I was walking, I heard this voice come out of nowhere, and it said, hey man, you read the Bible? Now, I've had to deal with a lot of people like this, especially in those big cities. I didn't know where this question was gonna go. Yes, like, I do read the Bible. I do not feel like talking about my faith right now. So let's just keep it moving, right? This guy, to give you a good description of who I'm dealing with, this dude looked, he was clearly my skin color, had a fitted hat on. He had a wheelchair with an ice cream bucket, the blanket over the ice cream bucket. Now, when he asked me that, I was just kind of like, yeah, all right, you know what, just keep it moving, I'm not paying this guy no mind. Then he keeps going and he says, will you read the Bible? I said, yeah, I read the Bible, yeah. Well, man, that we the chosen people, man, that that God chose us, I'm saying, as a chosen people of the earth, because, the Israelites and da-da-da, so I'm like, okay, well, that's cool and everything, but, right now I have a lot going on and I want to just go for a walk and clear my mind, and then this guy says, and I'm Jesus Christ. That I'm Jesus Christ, man, and I have returned to get rid of all these hoe niggas. Be listening, because I'm still trying to walk away from this guy. And he's following me as he's talking to me. At one point, like when he says he's Jesus Christ, I stop and I look back at him to hear, I'm like, did this dude just really say that? So then he tries to put his arm around me, kind of like you put your arm around your buddy, like, hey man, what's going on, pal? So then I kind of get my way out of that, little arm, like this. And I just kind of look at him and I'm just like, okay, well, nice to meet you, Jesus. And he's like, what's your name? I said, I'm David. David, nigga? That's in the Bible, nigga. And that's a good thing, because you holy, nigga. That means that you a chosen one, because I'm Jesus. And so, I'm like, all right, well, this is pretty entertaining. I'm not going to lie. This homeless man just called himself Jesus. So he said, man, when my new mixtape drop, I guarantee you, man, all these niggas gonna go away. That's the thing. Now, I'm not the biggest Bible scholar on the planet. I know Jesus didn't come to earth to drop no mixtape. Mixtape Jesus, really? So the whole reason was not to save the world, to teach people about the kingdom. It was actually so we could go up against death row. It was one of those things where it's just like, all right, this is starting, this conversation needs to wrap up. So he asked me for my name probably about like 3 or 4 times. After the 3rd time, I was just like, bro, my name is David, all right? And he's just like, yeah, man, you know what? I like you. I like you. Your name's David. You biblical. You my nigga. I will do anything for you. Remember that ice cream bucket I mentioned? This man takes out from his ice cream bucket a butcher knife. He takes out a butcher knife and starts swinging it towards me like this. He's like, and if any of these niggas try to mess with you, I will kill one of them just for you. At this point, when he pulled out that butcher knife, I thought I was going to have to fight. The way that he did it was on like some type, like, I didn't know what he was going to do. And I don't know if you ever fought a drug addict before. I'm just assuming that it's kind of tough. So he continues to follow me, but instead of me ahead of him, I walked a couple feet behind him because I didn't know what he was going to do. We keep walking and we come into like the end of the curb and there's sitting like a glass full of beer. Now, clearly it's been drinking out of. When you're in Vegas, there's so many people faded. They don't remember half the stuff they do. But there is a glass of half-drinking beer sitting on the curb. And so he runs over full speed and he picks up the cup. And I tell him, I said, bro, please don't drink that. Don't drink that. And he drinks it anyway. I said, bro, don't drink that. You could get sick. I don't get sick, nigga. You know why? I'm like, because you're Jesus. Exactly, nigga, I'm Jesus. This man is continuously following me. He pulled out a butcher knife. He's drinking beer that clearly isn't his. So then he goes and says, oh, you like listening to music? I thought this was another plug for his mixtape. He said that he knew Bobby Brown when he was a kid. Bobby Brown, like the singer, He said he knew him when he was a kid. He's like, yeah, nigga, I'm 34 years old. I don't think this guy understands how age works, but Bobby Brown is older. Now, maybe he meant to say that he knew him when he was a kid, but I didn't feel like correcting a crackhead with a butcher knife. So then this man proceeds to step into the street with traffic coming towards him and starts dancing and singing Every Little Step I Take by Bobby Brown. Imagine a taxi driving towards this man and he's just in the street going, every little step I take, do, 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 do. As he's doing like his little like turnaround, bro, I run off. I go as quick as I possibly can because when he did that, we were near a bus stop and there was a guy who saw me reacting to what he was doing and he thought it was funny. So as we both looked at each other, I decided to dip out as soon as I could. I looked back. This guy looks at the other gentleman at the bus stop and then just walks up on him and starts talking to him. I don't know, maybe that other guy at the bus stop got stabbed. I wouldn't know. The moral of the story is when you go to Vegas, keep an eye out for people like that. There's a lot of drug addicts in that place in case you didn't know. Big cities like that always have people like that. I really do wonder though if his mixtape was fire because he was hyping that joint up like big time. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for all sorts of new videos. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on SoundCloud, all of that's in the links below. Notification Mafia, if you like what you see, go on down to that subscribe button and hit it for me 1 time, hit it for me 2 times, hit it for me 3 times. Let's go.